What's going on, guys? Welcome back. I'm here for another tutorial video straight after the redstone disco lamp video. As you can see, I've been messing around with some stuff over there. I'm not going to go into that just yet, but what I've got here is the reason it's how to I'm going to be demonstrating how to shaft mine efficiently. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is going to be a short tutorial, by the way, and mainly just talking about the things that you see here in front of me. But for those of you who don't know, shaft mining is where you dig a straight tunnel for an endless amount of blocks. So it could be 1,000, could be 100, could be 5. 5 wouldn't really be a great shaft mine, but you just dig in a straight line until, pardon me. Until you get bored, or you found all the resources that you think you could find in that one line, and basically that's what shaft mining is for. You are digging in a straight line to find resources as opposed to caving. So what I've got here is a colour coordinated system. You've got the darker wall, the darker blue, situating the 3 different designs of shaft mines that you can do, and then here we've got the lighter blue, situating how you can tower them on top, and the most efficient way. So I'm going to walk and talk through each and every one of them. But here we have the first one, the average strip mine. So this is basically 2 hallways, every second block even. And all you do is you'd mine straight down and you'd find all the resources, and if there's anything in the roof you'd mine it, same with the floor and on the sides. Okay, so that's pretty basic. It's not always going to look like this. I mean, you won't really see the top. It's only because I built this in an open world that I've had to put somewhat of a top on it and situate just the start of a shaft mine. So then we've got every second block, and basically this method depends on how you start your shaft mine. So if I get some stone brick, monster egg, stone bricks. Okay, so I'm going to build a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is the basic wall that you're coming across. You want to start your shaft mine, and this is the wall. Now, if I add 2 end blocks on, which is basically what I've done, this is what I've created here, which is why this one looks longer than this, okay, because I put 2 end blocks on it. Okay, now the first one starts on the second block, and you can only create 2 tunnels out of that, okay, but if you start on the first one, then you've got the middle block and the end one, creating 3 paths, therefore more efficiency. So basically the second one, it really matters which block you start your shaft mine on. And I suppose if you've got a wall that you've dug a tunnel, you want to put shaft mine to either side, and you've dug a walkway and it goes on all the way as far as the eye can see, I suppose it wouldn't really matter. But it just shows you that you can create 3 tunnels as opposed to the 2. So the blocks that are left would be dug out in the first method, and then this is the second one. So second one definitely at this point more efficient than the first. Then you've got number 3, the peekaboo method. This was a method that I seen last night, actually, in Generic B's video. Basically it's a copy of the first one, so again not too efficient. But all you do is you dig straight, and then every so many blocks you dig a hole to your left and to your right. Oh, I didn't mean to destroy that. And to your right, pardon me there. So you basically, if your tunnels are so far away, you get to see what's in the middle of them. Now, if I change it to day here with too many items, if it'll eventually open. There we go. Now the only problem that I see with this, well, it's a significant problem that I thought of straight away, A, you're wasting the pick. B, it's not guaranteed materials. And I can't wrap my head around the whole where the efficiency is coming from for this, because it's not a great method. I mean, personally, I wouldn't use this. I use the second one, and that's why I say it's the best so far. But it's another method if you wish to use it. I'd say it's not the most efficient, but it's something that works. So here we have which one's number 4. So here we are. We've got the tower shaft mine. Now this is basically the same as the first one, except for it's towered on top of each other. Now you'd have to create the ladders, and then you remove the 2 blocks that are here, because if you just put them like that, you can't get into the area itself. So you have to remove the first 2 blocks, and I guess if you create it up and up, you'd eventually have to knock it back by 1 every single time, which could have quite a lengthy effect. If you imagine, what I'm thinking in my head is that if you had to move it 1 back every single time, eventually you'd end up with something like that. It wouldn't be quite like that, but you kind of, if you reference the Leaning Tower of Pisa, it'd be the shaft mine of the Tower of Pisa. Pisa. I don't know why I said Pisa. So shocking. Anyhow, on to number 5. So the up above block check. Basically, what I mean by this is you've got the first design of shaft mine again here. You've got your regular 2 tunnels. But then if you use the same method to tower in between, and you'd put ladders on every single line here. If you go up, what you can do is you can check the blocks. I think this one was the in between. So in between each of the roof tunnels. I mean, this one would require quite a considerable amount of digging. If you're in the real world as opposed to a creative world, but it's something to, basically, because these ones here, these columns are covered by, these columns are actually, if I show you, you see there, these are actually the roof to this, so it's only these ones, the in-between middle bits, that you're not seeing. So number 5, if you're going to tower up as opposed to go across with your shaft mines, it's something to consider. And then we've got final number 6, the in-between block check. So basically this is, I guess you consider this the same as number 4, in that all of these designs except for that one evolve around the first basic one. So all you do here is you tower up again, and then you check the blocks above. So you create tunnel upon tunnel. So you've got your basic, this is just the basic tunnel. That's your basic tunnel, and then what you do is you'd use that as a floor to, if I just create that. So there you can see just one more block there. So there you can see that's the basic thing. I mean, of course, in a real shaft mine you'd have blocks there and stuff, and it wouldn't be quite as funky as this. Looks like some sort of character done it. But anyway, that's the essential behind this. It's just towering one shaft mine on top of each other. I suppose it's an efficient way, and I've done this before myself, but personally, like I say, I'd always use number 2 over here. And I very rarely stack shaft mines on top of each other, simply because of the way that all spawn in the game. Regarding what levels to spawn at, etc. So I think the sun's just about setting here, and this video has been just under 10 minutes so far. But I think I've covered just about everything, possibly in more detail than I originally planned. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope this tutorial was helpful. So again, guys, thanks for watching. There was a little bit of a cutout between that. Apologies. But thanks for watching, and you know, I hope you manage to stay for the next video. Give the video a like, possibly, if this is something that you benefited from. But overall, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video even.